Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, on this October 2025. In this video, we are covering a few PSAs. First of all, I would like to thank everybody for their support, their comments, their questions on both the video and the Facebook post, as well as the customers that are taking advantage of this wonderful solution to a problem that has long since been hanging around in the FPV community concerning the FPV, the DJI FPV drone. So I have created a website for which these items can be purchased or can be downloaded depending upon which option you choose. This is our original DJI battery, and this allows you to be able to use a 6S battery. One of the questions which I had is, what is the advantage of this system over the original battery? Well, after you make your initial purchase or investment, depending on which option you choose, the advantage is that you only have to use a 6S battery. This is $45 SMC battery, which leads me to my next question, which is also covered in the website. And a lot of these questions that I'm covering here that people ask me in the comments, I've gone ahead and created a tab, a separate tab on my website called Q&A, and I have put that question in and I have provided my answer. So perhaps before asking the question, you can look on there, but I will not at all turn down to being able to answer your questions right where you post them, wherever that might be. I know a lot of us don't like to read lots of text, so I like to break it up, and I always try to provide the links to where to where I am exactly talking about. For instance, the question was, what batteries to use? Well, I have it linked on the website, but perhaps that's not clear enough. So I have included in the questions, and I'm also going to answer many of the main questions that have come up in the past few weeks. So the battery that I use for this, and it works best for this, is this 1400 milliamp SMC battery. The same one I've been using in all my previous videos, the review of this system, of my system here. And I have also now included on the website the exact dimensions. Again, those are manufacturer's dimensions that are straight off from the website that I linked to. In addition, I do not sell these batteries. I simply refer you over to them. Maybe one day I'll become a distributor for them, but right now that's not in the cards. That you buy the batteries from them, the SMC batteries. These fit perfectly. There are only a few batteries that do this, and I, for one, have not discovered any other batteries that do this as far as fitting exactly in here. It's the width, and that dimension cannot be more than 40 millimeters. And then you got your height, which is less of an issue, and then you've got your length. So again, the length is included in there. In the description, in the questions there, exactly what the dimensions of this battery is on the manufacturer's website. So that's just what I'm trying to make clear, is that it does require a specific kind of battery, and hopefully that answers a lot of questions as to what battery am I using. There's no sense you guys going out and try to experiment and figure out what battery fits in here when I've already done it. You are welcome to look for other batteries that match these dimensions, and I will be happy to display them on the website as an additional option to this SMC battery. All right, moving on. Our next question, and how always has been, is some of the questions have gone and related to these two systems. Again, I have explained this in previous videos, but I want to make it clear here. This system here is my system. It uses the BMS board from a ordinary battery. Again, these boards are cherry picked. They are earlier firmware versions, and they work perfectly. Now, to cover the next question that I have a lot of is, does the readout, the display of the batteries, display in the goggles properly? And the answer is yes. Both systems here, which I'll go into the differences, do display properly in the goggles that you have. Again, that is covered on the website, but I'm making it plain here that both my system and Air Cruiser FPVs, that's what this system is, Air Cruiser's FPV board is used in this system. That's his design, his board, and I merely combined it together here and distributing him, for him as a distributor in the States, since he is located in Germany. Again, you can contact him directly should you choose, but we are in contact with each other. And the answer is going to be the same for most any questions. So yes, in the goggles, you do get the proper readout. For his, you have two options. You can display in your goggles in the percentage or the voltage. Voltage is what I go off on because it's much more, shall we say, meaningful to this. And we make sure that we don't drop it below 21 volts. And you flying around. FPV pilots, this is normal for you guys. For guys who are just off-the-shelf drone guys, you just watch the voltage and make sure it doesn't go below 21 and you land it. Next question is, will these boards get bricked? Yes, you can brick these boards. You buy this and it's possible that you can mess it up. However, only under certain circumstances can you brick your newfound board that you have acquired. The only way to do that is that you allow the voltage to get too low. One of the examples of that is if you don't keep the batteries charged. Now, let me backtrack here. Here is your FPV original battery. There have been a lot of different people who have bought batteries from where they don't show any lights. When it doesn't show any lights, the battery voltage or the cell voltage has dropped too low. It has not been charged regularly. It is allowed to sit in storage for an untold amount of time, and then the voltage drops below the critical voltage of the BMS board, and the board bricks. There's nothing you can do about it. No developer, don't worry, I've already tried that route, can unbrick these boards. It's not a regular way that you do with your other BMS boards. This is really stupid, to put it bluntly. So, how can you possibly do that to these? Well, you're using these batteries here, it's not really going to be an issue. You normally, like if you're an FPV pilot, you just make sure you don't drop below 21 volts and you're good. And when it does get to low voltage, the FPV drone will go into just landing mode. No matter what you're doing, it is safely regarded as a safeguard, and it lands. It's possible that with these batteries, it can brick it when doing that. I would just be on the safe side and make sure you keep an eye on that voltage, and that you don't drop below 21. One of the characteristics of these racing batteries is that when it meets a certain point, it gives you a lot of amperage and capacity up to a point, and then it drops off. And every battery's characteristic is different, but that's the characteristics of these batteries. It will give you all that performance, and you can drop off rather sharply, more than ordinary batteries can as far as FPV batteries. So, yes, I have done it, but you know what? I do it so you don't have to find out yourself. So that's why I'm putting this in this video here. Just make sure you go 21 volts and just come back and land. Don't run these to its very end. It's not good for the LiPo battery, and it's certainly not good for the BMS board. So that's all I have to say on that. It's very simple. Just like if you're an FPV pilot, just make sure you don't go below 21 volts, and your BMS boards will be safe. The only way they can break is if you allow the voltage to go below 20 or at 20, and it triggers the safeguard in here and breaks the board. It's dumb. It's what DJI did, but there's an easy way around it. And I've been using this for months and months doing my reviews, again, on my channel. All right, so next question is what are the differences between these two systems. As I said earlier, this is my system here. Uses an ordinary BMS board of the earlier firmware, and is allowed to hook up to, and I'm able to hook up and take off the drone with no issue. Put it in here, as I've showed you in other previous videos. Put this battery in here, hook it up like normal, and then off I am off to the races. Here is the second version, and this is the Air Cruiser's FPV version. He has his own system as far as being able to, as far as exterior goes, and he has allowed me to modify it and to improve it, this is the results of it. However, what has not changed is his breakout board that's in here. This system has two boards. Again, it's on the website, and I show pictures of exactly all broken down. but it's his board that communicates with the BMS board that communicates with the drone, telling the drone there's nothing to worry about. You are going ahead and you have the battery that you need, even though it's non-DJI, and it works flawlessly. Zero issues, no problem. And you actually have buttons here to kind of select which mode you want to be in. And again, that will be reflected in the goggles, which voltage or percentages you want to look at the readout of your battery. But again, this will give you the proper readout as gone over earlier. And so this is your turnkey system that I have, option 3, where it's completely made up. I get the board for you. Basically, I have to buy a battery. Doesn't matter whether it's early firmware or late firmware in this Air Cruiser FPV setup here. It doesn't matter. I have to buy the battery. They cost between $70 to $100. You can search it yourself on eBay or other resellers. You'll find this to be true. So that's why I have to include that into a slightly higher price for the turnkey system. I buy it, I disassemble the battery, I get out the BMS board, I put it in here, I solder it, and I hook it up to his FPV Air Cruiser's board, and I test it for performance and inspect it and so forth, make sure it's reliable. It is, there's been no issues with that. I just confirm it and make sure that it's just ready for you to simply purchase this battery and put it in here, and you're good to go. Now, you can reach out to me later. You can reach out to me privately if you want and say, hey, can you send the battery with me? And I will add $45, whatever the shipping on top of that is, whatever the current price is as of the time you're asking me. And I can buy this battery. It takes like maybe 1 or 2 weeks from the SMC manufacturer to get it. So it takes a little bit of time, but I can do that. And that's an option. And I could just have this all for you here, all mailed to you just like this, and you just hook it up and plug it in if you want that. Well, currently the third version is I sell this, and the link to get the battery is right below the description there, and exactly where to get it. No fiddling around trying to figure out what milliamps or whatever size. No, it links directly to the battery, the same battery that I'm using here. So I hope that makes things clearer. I'm here to be transparent. I'm here to help the community, but I would love to offer all this for free. But he charges his cost for the board. These batteries cost what they do, and I'm not even including in the all-in-one turnkey system the cost of printing this or the filament that is required for printing this case. It's not even included in the price. So I'm not making any money. This is not the purpose of this video, of this, what's it called? It is not the purpose of my endeavor to help the community is to make money off of it. I'm here just to cover the bare costs that it takes to make this thing. And no system out there, go ahead and look on the internet as of the filming of this video, that offers this turnkey system ready to go, no DIYing, and you just can put it in with a battery and you're good to go. If you do have already the battery, or you do have the board already, you can order the board if you want it to put together yourself. An option's there for you as well. So I try to cover everything. All right, moving on to you all international customers. I have provided a link on eBay for you to be able to purchase this and be able to buy no matter where in the world, wherever eBay services, which is worldwide, to be able to get this turnkey system. A number of you have reached out and asked, will I make this available worldwide? Well, I would like to. The only residence I have is the price of this will go up to cover international fees, all that sort of stuff. And I don't want to hit you with that, but if there's enough demand that you guys want this internationally, I will certainly put it up on the listing of eBay, and the price will reflect it, and the subsequent higher shipping. But I am here to serve you guys. Do you want this, put it in the comments below. Hey, and I will. It's not that hard. It doesn't take that long. I can put it the listing on eBay. All right, another next thing we move on to is, if any of the links of my website or purchase links or anything that you see that does not work, please, by all means, reach out to me. DM me, email me. I provide all my socials in the contact info, in the about me. The contact tab has my email. I provide a Discord where you can join and you can direct me there. You can message me on Instagram. I monitor all those platforms, and you could reach out all three of them if you want to. Hey, this isn't working, and I'll get with you. One customer did do that, and the link to this was working. It wasn't being able to allow him to ship to his country. We went back and forth. We fixed what the issue was, and it wasn't that hard. And so far as I know, the international one works now. So if it wasn't working before and allowing you to ship to your country, I suggest going back, clicking on the link below, and on my website where you can purchase this internationally, and go ahead and proceed with the payment, and I will get this to you as quickly as possible. Like I said before, if you see anything that is amiss or anything that you would think you would like to improve on the website, please don't hesitate to reach out. This is all a process of evolution. I've already taken several suggestions from different customers on what would make it plainer, what would make it clearer on the website, and I've already implemented them. So I'm here for you all. That is all there is to it. I'm here to improve what we can on here. And this is kind of this is not my main project. I'm employed in the armed forces, and this is kind of a side project. But when I get home, all my effort is to make sure that you all get what I have promised. If there is any other questions, please sure to just simply push them out into the video below or on my Facebook, or reach out. Whatever the case is, I am here for you, and I will get to you as soon as practically possible. Is that fair? Au revoir.